Hey there guys, welcome back to NIMBY Rails. I've been getting an awful lot done off camera, as you can see. I've almost rebuilt everything that was missing. It's just Wales and whatever this area is left, the sort of Stoke Manchester Liverpool area. I've connected up everything we had in Leeds to the rest of the network. Today we're going to be looking at building some of Birmingham, because I never did Birmingham on camera the first time round, I've realised, so we'll do it now. So I'm just going to move the map into position quickly so I can see what I'm doing. First things first, I missed a crossover here, so let's add that in. Not sure why it would ever be used, but it's there, so I should probably have it. Whitton station up here is the next on the line. I think we were going for the full 250 metre platform lengths. Let's just check how long Aston was. Yeah, I did 250 at Aston. We'll stick with that then. Strictly speaking, I think the longest trains that run up here are 6 cars, so it probably doesn't need to be the full 250 metres, but if we've got a standard we should stick to it really. Try and keep the curve as uniform as possible, because it is a uniform curve in real life. And then this line comes out the other way, crosses this road, and heads up there. If I just go and put in the next station on the route, and then I can stop there with the cross-city line. So put that in, Gravelly Hill. Then bring the track through Spaghetti Junction to it. Yes, this is Spaghetti Junction, or the Gravelly Hill interchange as it's officially known, but Spaghetti Junction is a lot more descriptive of what it actually is. It is a mess, and the railway helpfully goes right underneath the middle of it, like so. There we go. Now we're going to continue on this line. The next station is Perry Bar, currently being rebuilt, and so is closed for the year. But I will ignore that and put it in anyway. There we go. Bring the track up to it. Round the curve. Oh, that's a bit off where I was hoping. Oh, and you've clicked build track even though I didn't really want you to. That's not helpful. Don't do that. Can't really get the track in the right place there. Oh well. Out of Perry Bar, there's a junction coming up. So let's consider that carefully. Hamstead is the other side of this junction, somewhere. I mean, logically up there, but I'm just going to go look at a map quickly to check. Yes, it is up here. It's technically all on one side of the road, but I'm going to pull it across slightly just so that I don't have to deal with the diagonal, because I'd have to viaduct it otherwise. Whereas if I just put a station over it, I don't have to worry. Hamstead without the P because we're not in London. Bring the line up, follow the curve of the slightly different colour underneath. Then if I have a look at it quickly to make sure I know what's going on, we have a junction off there that comes round here, like so, and down into a viaduct across that road. We then have a junction off there that comes round up here, and retrospectively I want that a lot further back than it is. Comes round up here, and then into mostly in line. Then a single track off there, onto that run. Points across. And a set off there into the other line. Sorted. That junction is done. We've made it to Hamstead. Next stop is quite a way away at Bridge Parkway, by the looks of it. And then the fun starts after that. So, let's try and work out where it is. Bridge Parkway is up here. So we'll put the platforms in, extend them out. Bridge Parkway. Get the track and bring it up. And it curves round and back up to the north again. For some reason in the latest update, every now and again I get random lag spikes in the game. I don't know why it's happening. I don't know if it's normal, if it's meant to happen, if it's a bug, if it's just my computer. Any of those could be possible. There we go, at Bridge Parkway. Next stop is Bescott Stadium. So, realistically, there is a massive yard here, a massive freight yard. I'm not going to build that right this second. I'll do it eventually, but right this second, on camera, I don't think is the time to do that. So I'm just going to bring the main passenger line through and out the other side, like so. I've technically done that a little wrong. I mean, it does go out like that. That's not wrong, but the main line that I'm building actually comes up this way, onto a viaduct, and continue up. The next stop on that way up is Walsall. Well, that's a bit of a distance. Okay, we'll just do that then. No, we'll go a bit further. We'll go up to there and there. We'll get a set of points off here. Come on, play nice, game. That comes down here and across there, and that goes into the yard. Then there's a set off of there that comes along up here in parallel, and then sort of at some point loops around to the left. I'm trying to work out where it loops around. It loops around underneath the footpath and crosses the road about there. Then it needs to go onto a viaduct to get across the other railway. And comes off that way into, at this point, a double track. It's a little messy, but I think I've kind of got it right. I'm going to quickly continue this along a little bit, only that far for now, I think, because there's another junction coming up. Meanwhile, I believe, looking at it, we continue up here as 4 tracks. Weird as it sounds. I'm really tempted to just pin that on there. And then the same here. It's a really impractical way of doing it, but just to bind them together. These ones I will pin like so. Flip. There we go. So we've got 4 tracks. They technically continue quite a way on into Bescott. That is a really awkward map. Okay, I've just looked ahead at, I said Bescott, I meant Walsall. I've just looked ahead at Walsall, and Open Railway Map really disagrees with Tracksy as to how it's laid out. I can't get a straight answer from it as to how that station works, so we're going to come back and have a look at it in a minute. In the meantime, there is a double track off there, but maybe further back, maybe sort of there-ish. Get a nice curve. There is a junction, well, I say a junction, a double switch over like so, and then respectively in the other direction here, like that. Pull that down, pull this back a bit so that it's actually nicer, and then if I come down to look at this, it should just be a nice simple double track junction, like so. Then that comes back up to there, unfortunately requiring a viaduct for the last little bit. Okay, that's kind of most of the way up to Walsall. I would like to get Walsall in. I wasn't planning to go past Walsall today, so I guess that means I don't have to deal with working out how the platforms work on the other side, or how the track works on the other side of the platforms. I just have to get the station itself in, which is about here. I have been to Walsall, but I really don't understand how the track layout works there. Or is that even the right place for the station? That's the bus station. I'm trying to work this out from a map. Is this Park Street? Yes. The station actually ends a little further back than that, really. It's more like here. Give it its name. And then 2 tracks in like so, and the other 2 come in over here. And technically just switch over like that, and then another one over to here. Not a lot going on up there. Okay, that's Walsall done. Then I also want to bring this line out towards Wolverhampton, if we've got time. Yeah, we've got a bit. We probably won't get all the way to Wolverhampton. So, moving back along, the first stop is a junction, by the looks of it. By the looks of it... yeah, I guess it is. Okay then. Let's get the tracks. Let's build the station after the junction so I know where I'm building to. Smethwick Rolfe Street. That's presumably up in, well, Smethwick, logically. I know that's a bold assumption right there, but looks like it's about here. Smethwick, Rolfe Street, or Strat, if you prefer. For first things first, we have to stay underground underneath the arena. Then back above ground, we have to make our way across the canals, which requires viaducts. Try and keep the speed up because Avanti do operate down here. Albeit it's not their fastest stretch, but I would like them to be able to go at a reasonable pace. It's not their fastest stretch because there's so many trains stopping everywhere along here that they can't really get up to speed more than the speed limit doesn't allow it. We'll run it through and into Smethwick. Out back over here, we need to deal with the junction. So that's a matter of start with double set of points, finish with a single. For that, probably just bring the double track up like this. I guess it's going to be the easiest way to do it. Get the other single off out to the junction, and this one off up here. There we go. There's also a bit of yard work action going on here, but I could probably do that actually, looking at it. So it kind of starts off here, coming out onto a loop line. We'll bring that down over the canal, out the other side, and then the other one starts there. The other end of it, it's the same one, but there we go. Here there is another switch into it for some reason. It's about to end, but if it insists. There's a sort of loop off the loop from there to there, like so, and then sidings over here, and they start out of the loop there. So this has to get up and give access to all the sidings, like so. I'll just connect all those in. This is why I don't typically do yards on camera, because they're rather tedious just connecting up a couple of tracks. But I figured this was a small one and wouldn't take too long to do. How wrong I was. And track number 8. Okay. Out the other side of the triangle, over here, is just the standard double track junction. Round the corner. There is a loop starting about there that comes around the junction and joins on over here. starting about there. So we'll build that back. And then in. And then there's also again, a switch over like so. The top side of the triangle is actually nice and simple. No complicated yard action going on. Just sort of comes down like that. I'm retrospectively thinking that maybe it would be easier to build this one first, given it's all going in the same direction, the same curve, to try and keep the curve going uniformly, and then pull off the outside of the curve rather than the inside to make that. That's better. Then, if I'm not mistaken, this just connects up to there, with nothing in between. So that should be pretty quick. I'm going to assume that's a tunnel. I don't know if it is or not. But I'll make the assumption that it is. Then I'm inclined to go just the one stop further to Smethwick Galton Bridge, so that I can link up with the line, the Snow Hill lines that I've got down here, down to Kidderminster. Just so it's all nicely linked in at the end of the episode. So, just trying to work out where that is. The mainline platforms, the low level platforms, are sort of there. The high level platforms are starting there across, yeah, to about there. That's about right. Then we give it its correct name, so the Galton Bridge. Get the tracks. I clicked on. I'm used to turning off the bridge being here, so now I always accidentally turn off double track mode instead of turning off the bridge, because that's how I'm used to having to click for it. I come back down here and get this track, pull it up, and then once I've connected this in, there is a little curve connecting the two lines together. I have to work out where it is. It sort of starts around here and goes down to over here. And on its way up, it runs through a tunnel underneath this road. There we go. Linked in. So, I didn't quite get as far as I was intending. I was hoping to get up to Wolverhampton today, but that's not the end of the world. It's not massively important. I've done some of Birmingham at least. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed, want more, and I'll catch you in the next one.